I'd much rather have a warm referral than chasing down an email lead, although there's a lot of business in that too. But a warm referral is always good to have. Carl White, the Marketing Animals, are going to show you 3 different ways to get those. All you got to do is click this banner you see right here. Over on your right, just scroll down, or scroll all the way down on your mobile device. You'll see his banner there, or click the link here on Facebook somewhere to get access to that and learn how. With that, let's move on.
Just click the link already. So, LiveWell Financial is out of the mortgage game. Bank 34 is abandoning mortgages.
Okay.
And I just learned yesterday that Chase is getting rid of all their loan officers in the state of Wisconsin.
What?
Yeah. And I don't know if Chase loan officers in Wisconsin know about this, so let's just say that you can use this if you're a Chase loan officer as an opportunity to spruce up your resume because it's going to come in handy next week. The 15th is when you're getting axed. Now, of course, I feel obliged to tell headhunters out there right now who work for mortgage companies to not call these loan officers from these respective companies because they're getting pounded by headhunters. They've got to get new jobs, remember that, and your call is not really welcomed right now. Headhunters, understand this, you guys are all paid well. Figure out a better and a different way to do things. Find a way to stand out. Do something, I don't know, just different than everybody else.
And for the Chase LOs out there that might be looking, don't forget about Mortgage Jobs Now, where you can actually see the CEOs of these companies that you could work for and learn all about their culture. The banner's on your right. Just thought I'd slip that in, Brian.
Do it on your terms.
You know what? This is yet another stark reminder that lenders, particularly the smaller ones, are finding it harder to compete in a very competitive mortgage market where deals are slim and in many markets few and far between.
So we want to use the few minutes that we have here this time to talk to employers, you know, the people who run mortgage companies, about strategy. We are an industry of followers, all of us. We do what we see others do and that we think is going to work. Makes sense. We hold on to ideas and products because sometimes the amount of money that we've got invested in the product and not the production of the product. And when the going gets tough, mortgage companies often think the answer is to cut costs through cutting staff and recruit loan officers.
But in an age of hyper-connectivity, understand, what you do is seen by whom you want, loan officers. And if your model is to cut support staff and increase salespeople, then the end result, if you succeed, is an inferior service for the loan officers you just recruited. Now, we'd like to recommend something maybe a little different.
Different being the operative word. Ready? Number 1, you will attract more and better loan officers if you offer a superior product, something you cannot accomplish when you're laying off processors and dock drawers. So bite the bullet and staff up when others are staffing down, as we see right now. Loan officers see and talk about what your company is doing. And if you think I'm wrong, do you have any idea how many private loan officer Facebook groups there are right now? I mean, off the top of my head, I know of like 5, and they all have representative loan officers from your company. So when you get rid of one of your underwriters, not only do your loan officers know about this, so do the loan officers of your competition, because they talk about it in these groups. Now, on the flip side, when you do great by your loan officers, they talk about that too, and everybody finds out.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out that you, as the employer, will never know this because these groups, well, typically private and fantastically helpful for LOs to boot. So, when you staff up and you do a good job by your LOs, guess what? They talk about it in there.
Which brings us to point number 2. All that money that you're paying on recruiters, all that money that you're paying for booths at that convention with all those tickets and rooms and food and drinks that you're paying for, stop. Just stop. Invest that money into your loan officers, into your staff, into your technology. Remember, your best recruiters in today's day and age are your loan officers who are happy and talking.
And 3, if you're investing in proprietary technology, why are you reinventing the wheel? Ask yourself, what are you programming? Why are you building it? Is it better than the cheaper pre-existing product? Be honest with yourself. Perhaps it is, but perhaps it's not. I see a bunch of companies believing that they can build a better mousetrap. What I think is a bunch of mortgage companies think they need to do this because that's what the size and volume of your company demands. All I'm saying is that reason alone is not good enough and not necessarily prudent and may not be the shortest distance between your company and the growth that you're looking for. Analyze why and what you're paying for.
Finally, and this is important, don't lose sight of the fact that you exist for your loan officers. You exist for your loan officers. Now, that's a big pill for a few big egos out there to swallow. Your success has a whole bunch to do with the decisions that your company has made. And congratulations, by the way, for doing a great job, as most of you are. But in an age of musical chairs in the mortgage industry and hyperconnectivity that we just talked about, your loan officers are hearing and listening to overtures from your competition's loan officers. You know, the ones who feel appreciated. Now, I'm not saying that you don't appreciate your loan officers. I am saying it's easy for you to think that your success is disproportionately the result of your actions and your small management team alone. Without your loan officers, you can make all the best procedural decisions, but with no loan officers and no loans, does it really matter?
That act is still backstage, but they're tuning their instruments and getting ready to take the stage. The time is now for your company to not just question, but second and third guess your decisions. Have people who challenge your decisions. Take critical input for what it is. Intend to help your company succeed in these rough waters.
So, who is Frank talking about when he says take critical information from people? Well, talk to, and more importantly, listen to what your loan officers are saying, what they need and what they want. And have an open mind. Especially if you think that you're already doing this. Remember, even the most loyal of loan officer who works at your company is going to pack their bags and move if they can get a better gig for themselves and their family somewhere else. I mean, why wouldn't they? It makes sense. They're on the streets. They're in these Facebook groups, talking to their peers, prospects, and referral partners alike. Your loan officers are where the rubber meets the road with your company's success or lack thereof.
We know when an LO has a problem on a transaction, it's probably communication. Okay, we know when a loan officer has a problem on a transaction, it's probably communication. As every realtor watching this is nodding their head up and down, it's no different for you with your loan officers. Just, again, a friendly reminder.
Reading the tea leaves of the market. Make it a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Forward and
Adios.
share this. Share.
Leave your comments,
Hey,
all that fun stuff. We always say, do it.
share it in your private groups. Bye.